Hey guys, welcome back. I wanted to do a video this is kind of like an introduction for newer players, and maybe for people that don't really know what to do right now in between updates. This is a video kind of talking about what the end game of anime adventures looks like. So let's say you've just finished all of your runs, like all of your story runs, you finished all of them, and now you're like, okay, I've finished story. What can I do now? What should I do now? So this is the video for you. I have about 9 things that I'm going to be talking about here. Some of them shorter than the others, but helpful nonetheless. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing that you're going to be doing when you're like an end game player is you're going to be doing your dailies. Maybe you've been doing them as you've been getting, as you've been going through the story, but the biggest thing that endgame of anime adventures looks like right now is gem grinding. You want to get as many gems as possible so that you're able to summon on the new banners that are coming out. And the best way to do that is make sure you pick up your daily quest from Hawks, or whoever the quest giver is over here. Then you want to make sure you complete all your daily quests, because these give you so many gems. That's like what, 200, 300, 420, plus 500 here for completing them all. You get over 1,000 gems just from doing your daily quests. And your infinites. The best part about the Hero City Infinite is that you always get it every day, and you can match it up with this Hawks quest, which is killing villains. Now, if you do 50 waves, you'll only be getting about 2,000, so you might have to do 2 runs to like actually finish the Hawks one. That's just a forewarning. The wave 50 boss, and after wave 50, Hero City gets really hard to solo. And then obviously you have all these story quests that you have done, and when a new update comes out, you're going to get more story quests. Each of them gives like 150, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, this is pretty much like the daily endgame thing. And then from here, that's when it starts to branch out into, how you want to make the game your own. And so the first thing I'm going to talk about is Infinity Castle. Infinity Castle is probably, other than Leaderboards, the real endgame of this game, in my opinion. After you get to room 100, the enemies start to get armor and magic resistance. A lot of people stop at room 100 because that's when you get the season rewards. However, if you go further, you can get yourself a lot more. You're able to get shiny units if you get into Master or Grandmaster. I believe that's just getting into the top 50 will pretty much net you it. I'm not exactly sure because I don't do it, but one of my members, Kaido, he has been super grinding it, and I know he's like a very legit player. I'm not sure how many of these people doing Infinity are completely legit. We'll see how legit they are after the new season starts and Bifron is more updated, I guess, and more like strong. I don't know. It's the new anti-cheat software that Roblox has. Anyway, it's really interesting to do Infinity Castle because you start to get to use more units. Like, for example, you might not have thought about this, but Bang, the physical water unit from the One Punch Man update, he is kind of meta in some cases because you can put Mermaid Crown on him and he will be lowering the magic resistance with every hit of like these enemies, and they get like some crazy magic resistance up in the high 300s and low 400s and onward, obviously. So Bang is actually super useful in that regard, which I would have never considered doing. So I'm actually really excited to start my Infinity Castle grind from next season. Hopefully I can stick to it. Currently my plan is to stick to it and try to get, 100 floors every week or so if possible. Maybe that's a bit difficult to do, so maybe 100 floors every 2 weeks. I don't know yet. But yeah, Infinity Castle is a huge in-game thing. You get a lot of gems. Every 100 floors you clear, that's 15,000 gems, which is basically almost pity for the standard banner. I'm not going to get into a discussion about special banner pity, if that's a thing or not. Anyway, yeah. So that is one of the first things that you can do once you reach Endgame. I know you can do Infinity Castle at any point, but doing it after you start getting, you know, a team put together is a lot more, I guess, easy. Anyway, that's about it for that. Moving on, I briefly mentioned it when I was talking about Infinity Castle, but leaderboards. Leaderboards are probably like the top tier, like Endgame. Like these are the things that you need a good team for, because it's not solo content and people won't let you into their team unless you have like the best of the best. You know what I mean? But yeah, leaderboards, these things are crazy. Like just look at this. That's 350 compared to 287. I don't know if something's going on there. I'm not going to talk. That's not what this is about. But yeah. So the leaderboards are where people are bringing their unique units. They're going to be bringing supports. You don't even bring arms into these because you're going to be going for so long. These are like 5+ hour runs. Maybe not so much in the later ones because people aren't getting as far, but like wave 300, one of my members, Cosmic, he does leaderboard runs a lot, and I think he's actually on a couple ones. Hello, I'm Cosmic right there. Yeah, he does leaderboard runs all the time, and look at him, he's like top 10 in like a lot of them. But yeah, leaderboard runs are where you bring those unique units that hopefully you've gotten. It's really tough to get uniques. I'm going to be talking about re-rolling traits later. You bring your unique units, you bring supports like Hisoko, you bring people like Brooke. I don't have Brooke, but it gets really interesting, but it is a huge time sink. So if you want to do leaderboards, make sure you know what you're getting into. A lot of people actually tiny task them, which I completely understand. But yeah, leaderboards are another type of endgame in anime adventures. Now, this is one of the things that I love to do, which is tournament grinding. Honestly, even though I have 3 unique units, I much prefer doing the free-to-play tournaments just because I feel like the free-to-play tournaments have more strategy involved, you know, because that's when you're really competing and kind of RNGing, trying to get the best score. As you can tell, I'm not first place right now, so I'm going to need to be hopping in there. This is the team I've been running it with, and I need to get a good run in later. But grinding tournaments is a huge way to get re-rolls. So, for example, you can get like at minimum 5, but if you like play decently, you know, if you like actually play the game a little bit and you have good game sense and like decent traits, you don't need unique. You don't need unique. There are so many videos where people don't use unique even in the trait tournaments. You can get so many gems, you can get so many star remnants. It's a really nice weekly reward. They didn't add this until about, I guess, 15 weeks ago. And ever since then, it's felt like, you know, star remnants are a lot more plentiful now. It's still not the best, but yeah, tournament grinding is a huge thing. Also, if you didn't know, the tournament grinds are actually based off the infinity mode. So I've actually gotten an eye. These gross eyes. I've actually gotten one of these while I've been running. Because I think one of the bosses spawned that has the chance to drop it. And I look at all this sunshine I got from when I was doing the Fabled Legends one a few weeks ago. So yeah, this is super good. Like just grinding it, it's actually really fun to see your score go up. It can get frustrating at times, but I really like the tournaments. It's my favorite kind of in-game content, personally. But yeah, tournaments are super cool. If you don't know what they do, every week there's a new tournament and then there's new like requirements. So not requirements, but like modifiers. So in this one, there's fast enemies, Sometimes there's a short range or mini range, which was like 2 weeks ago. No, 3 weeks ago. I think that was week 12. Last week was, what was it? Regen enemies. What was that for? I think that was the one on Cape Carnival. I don't remember what the modifiers were, but yeah, tournaments, really fun. And every week it switches between being able to have traits and then no traits, traits and then no traits. But yeah, grinding tournament, pretty decent way to spend your time in the endgame of anime adventures. Now, moving away from leaderboard things and looking more into the collector side. So instead of competing against other players, something else that people like to do, which I guess does fall into the competing aspect, is collecting units. As you can see, I have 8 Dakis because I've been trying to get shiny, which leads me to the next topic of unit collecting. Sometimes, you know, the leaderboard units, those are always going to be few and far in between because you get one a season. You can get more than one if you have more leaderboard spots, but those things are very, very restricted. I don't really consider them like part of it because some people literally cannot get them. However, in this, you can because, you know, people are always hosting them in the Discord. You can grind raids. I know this one says only 3 times a day, but oh yeah, Shisui's gone. But you can always do this one, which is a 1% chance. I've gotten most of mine from the 1% chance. As you can tell, I've done over 200. And then this one's a 3% chance for Daki. But there's also portal grinding, which is, you know, this Demon Leaders portal, which gives you a chance to get Merlin. There's these Demon Academy portals for the event going on. And then there's the Alien Spaceship portals for you to get Boros. These are another way people spend their time. Portal grinding, it's a very polarizing topic. A lot of people like it, a lot of people don't like it. I, for one, am a fan of portal grinding. However, as you can tell, I haven't done too many. These are all from that tournament I mentioned, doing Fabled Legends tournament. You can get drops from it, like I said. And that's where like all of these came from. And I'm not really feeling like it because a friend of mine is actually giving me a Merlin, so I might just delete these, honestly. However, just like as an aside, if you're doing these portals, you should be doing them soon because you need this Demon Spellbook for Lost Vein. I think the portals will stay afterwards because, you know, you need a way to get Sunshine for Escanor. And I don't think they would make Lost Vein a limited relic. I don't think it says like, yeah, I wouldn't say limited on it actually because this one doesn't. But anyway, I'm going off on another tangent. Sorry about that. Unit collecting is a huge thing, and I'm not even going to cut here, which leads to shiny hunting. So shiny hunting is a very, very expensive hobby. I'm doing it for the Daki, which isn't expensive, but it's very like just depressing because I haven't gotten one, and I've only actually ever pulled one shiny, and it's this Greed shiny, which it looks pretty cool. I'm happy about that, but man, you know, man, I've been grinding so many Dakis and I haven't gotten one. Anyway, what some people do, like Valor, and I think Jack D Noob does this too, they will take like over 100,000 gems and they'll just run over here and they'll just spam buy 10. I'm not going to click it because I'm saving for the One Piece update. But yeah, that is just, I don't do that personally, but you know, some people really like to do it. If they're grinding gems, I mean, if they buy the gems, it's whatever, but getting gems is pretty much the biggest in-game thing in this game, other than like the leaderboards and stuff. Like you always have a use for gems. If you want to save them for the next update, if you want to like get them all and start shiny hunting, any of that. But that is also another thing people do in the end game. Next, I'm going to be moving on to the more gambling side of this. Now, this is arguably the most expensive and the most frustrating part of the endgame of anime adventures, and that is trying to get a good trait on your units. So I have a Divine Escanor here, but I would really like Unique on him, but I don't want to roll off the Divine. So yeah, the traits in this game, that could be a whole video. The trait system in this game, that could be a whole other video, but the 0.1% on Unique is just crazy. All these percents are crazy. It feels like Reaper has an 80% chance instead of a 0.8% chance, but getting good rolls on your units is essential for having a good team in this. You don't need mythics. I know they're really nice to have, but Sniper, Godspeed, and then getting Superior 3, Nimble 3, Range 3. If you're not spending money on this game, Sniper, Godspeed, Superior 3, Nimble 3, those are all good traits. Whenever people ask me, oh, I have 10 rerolls left and I got Godspeed, should I roll? I always say no. Always say no if you don't spend money on the game. Here, I'll just do a really dumb reroll real quick. So you could get 10 rerolls for 1,000 Robux, or you could get one reroll for 129. I was hoping that one would give me Unique. I don't know why. I was thinking like, you know, for the video. But anyway, trait rerolling is that is a huge endgame thing. As you can tell, between updates, people will be uploading videos of them just doing rerolls because there's just nothing else to do, really. And then another rerolling thing that people do are stat rerolls. And so, for example, if you kill 10,000 units, you'll get 1% per 100 kills, right? I think it's per every 100 kills gives you 1% worthiness. So 10,000 kills get you 100% worthiness, and that will guarantee a B+ or higher stat. So I'm gonna go ahead and re-roll on my Geo here. A-. It's great. I think this can be more disappointing than trait rerolls sometimes, just because I'm not lucky. I don't want to reroll A+. Here, I'll reroll my Gojo, because his stats are very mediocre. So this one will reroll only one stat, the perfect one, but this one will reroll all of them. So hey, that's a net increase. I'll take it. But yeah, you can get these stat cubes and the star remnants from doing your daily challenge right here. These ones are tough, so make sure you join the Discord and find a group that's doing them. It'll tell you what you should bring here. And yeah, these things are a bit rough. Even with uniques, sometimes they're undoable. Like, unless you have like just goated uniques all around, like triple cost, high cost ones, those ones are almost impossible sometimes. I even lost one on stream on the Ant Kingdom because the rush ant, or I forgot what the ant's name is, but the one that has like a really huge yellow health bar, and then it just starts running once you break that one. Ridiculous. Anyway, those are pretty much all the activities that people do in the end game in this game. So if you've been watching this long, make sure you enter the code entertainment or 500 gems. We should be getting a new code this weekend for the update. Make sure you stay tuned for that. I will be streaming it and putting out videos. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that. I guess there's also cursing your units. Oh, which actually leads me, I wanted to give a recommendation for your stat rerolling. There are two good ways to stat reroll, and that is if you could get an Itadori, because the way to evolve Itadori is super simple. You just need 5 of these cursed fingers to evolve him, and that's as simple as doing the infinite for Cursed Academy and using the keys and just getting fingers that way. He's super simple to evolve, and the Demon Academy portals are also pretty simple. It's a bit more grinding, but all you got to do is get the unit, and then you just got to get this chess piece, and then you can evolve them as well. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have for you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Sorry if I sound a little tired. It's like 11:40 here. I wanted to get a video out before I went to bed. But yeah, thank you guys so much, and I'll see you next time. Next time will probably be, oh yeah, I'll probably be streaming tomorrow. So yeah, make sure you stay tuned for that. Anyway, guys, thank you so much. Bye. Oh, and remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Can't forget to say that. Anyway, see you guys.